If there is one dish with which Indian cuisine, and in that sense most Indians, share an umbilical like connect, it has to be the humble dal. As the Oxford Companion to Food points out, technically the word dal denotes simply a split pulse, but in India it has come to encompass dried beans and peas as well as a thick puree like stew or soup made from lentils, one of the most adaptable ingredients in an Indian kitchen. An indispensable part of most Indian thalis, dals can also include vegetables, even meat, and there is a world of them, ranging from the most basic dal to the extraordinary smoky dal makhni. While an earthy creaminess is common to all dals, what makes each version of this mellow dish stand out is its fragrant tempering. Each state in India has its favorite selection of dal, even though most common ones like masoor, tur, urad, moong, and chana dal are used pretty much everywhere. Each of these dals are also prepared in different ways in different regions. While they all have an earthy creaminess in common, the fragrant tempering of spices used in each gives them distinctly unique flavors that simply cannot be compared. While every version of this mellow dish is much loved by all the Indians for its simple yet deeply comforting taste, the fascinating stories behind their origins are virtually unknown. So, if you are a die-hard fan of this humble Indian dal, take things up a notch and tease your taste buds a little more with these interesting tales about this delicious dish. History yields some very interesting facts about dal. Lentil dishes have been known to Indians since very early times. Archaeological evidence indicates that the Indian dal made its first appearance in the Indus Valley civilization, where lentils of all kinds were a staple food. In fact, ancient Indian texts describe recipes of dal that were served to guests at the celebratory meals. It is believed that special dal served at Chandragupta Maurya's wedding back in 303 BC was the precursor of ghugni, a lentil preparation that is still very popular in East India and can be often found being sold in street side shops as a breakfast option. In medieval India, it was the revival of the dampukh technique that raised the stature of dal, especially chana dal, in the royal menu. So much so that in years to follow, serving any other dal except chana dal to the emperor was considered a suicidal move by the royal cooks. It was the advent of Panchamail dal that helped change this status quo. While little is known about the exact origin of this lentil preparation, it is believed that the Panchamail dal first became popular in the royal house of Mewar. A simple, nutritious, and subtly flavored mix of five lentils: moong dal, chana dal, tur dal, masoor dal, and urad dal. Panchamail dal was also one of Jodhabai's favorite dishes. When she married to Akbar, she introduced it into the non vegetarian Mughal kitchen, along with a handful of other vegetarian dishes. Interestingly, there is another legend about the origin of Panchamail dal. Apparently, the first mention of this dal is made in the Mahabharata. While hiding out as a cook in King Virat's kitchen, Bhim created the first Pancharatna dal by slow cooking the mix of five lentils in an earthen pot and garnishing it with a generous dollop of ghee. A saga of how different types of dal evolved in India would be incomplete without the story of how the famous dal makhani was created. Made from the urad dal, this restaurant favorite was invented by Kundal Lal Gujral, the founder of the Moti Mahal chain, also the inventor of butter chicken and tandoori chicken. Kundalal wanted to create a Shahi dal that would go well with the rich non vegetarian food served at his restaurant. He had already perfected the tomato and cream based gravy for the butter chicken and decided to use the recipe in combination with urad dal, chana dal, and rajma. The combination proved to be a master stroke, and the favorite dal makhni was born. If all this dal talk has made you hungry, then go and experiment some dal. I have already provided you the links. Click the top links and then you can create your own dal. I hope you have loved today's history. Share your thoughts and comments with me and don't forget to subscribe this channel. Beauty's Kitchen is also available on Facebook and Instagram. Follow Beauty's Kitchen over there for more recipes, food histories and updates.